because you would have been sort of around in their orbit. This kind of, Beatle lore is that McCartney was trying to rebuild their relationship and would occasionally show up at the Dakota. How much is that real?
They had gone through a whole mess of stuff together.
In public, too.
And in public. Poorly, with Paul writing a dumb song about John and how he hurt him, and John countering.
How do you sleep?
How do you sleep after Paul? It's too many people. It was like two high school kids arguing on Instagram. And we had many talks about Paul, and John's thoughts about him ranged from he always reminded me that he and Paul met long before the Beatles. Well, they met at a time when nobody else knew of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Long before I would become aware of them. They were like brothers to each other, sitting in Paul's little living room of his parents' house, composing all those early songs on the first album. And he spoke so lovingly of Paul. But then when John was not making any music between 1975 and almost 80, and Paul would have these mega hits with Wings, John became insanely jealous about that.
Did he think the music that he was putting out, Paul, in that period was valuable, or was it more about, was it a jealousy of he's doing good work, or was it jealousy of like, look what he's doing?
So, I perceived it as being the latter. He was jealous of the amount of attention and accolades and the fact that Paul was filling stadiums. At that time, John was just looking after Sean.
Yeah.
Not just. He was devoting 5 years of Sean's.
Yeah.
And when John would say to me, they're not embracing me, I'm paraphrasing, the way they are him. And I said, John, you're not on a concert stage. You're not in a stadium. You're not making music. And he said, you missed the point. They're embracing his genius. But have you ever heard Silly Little Love Songs? And I would say, well, let's be fair. He's done things other than Silly Little Love Songs. But that would go nowhere.